Hello, this is Mrs. Duncan, and I am going to walk you through our final essay unit for our summer term. Can you believe it? Well, I can't, but I'm glad we're here finally, and you just turned in your Essay 3 final drafts, which I'll be looking at later this week. But you are starting on Unit 4, and this one is a little bit longer because it's more involved. It's a research has a research component, and an argument essay is a little more complex and you have to be more strategic, so there's more instruction for that. So rolling down here for our course instruction, going down to Unit 4, just got this all set up for you. And what I've added this time, because it is more involved and it's stretched out over a couple of weeks here, 3 in all, I believe, a to-do list. Okay, this does not replace any of the announcements if I need to, let you know about something else. But here we go. This week, you need to read Patterns Chapter 14, and you can do that at the same time as you watch the Integrity video instruction that goes with it. So that doesn't need to be two separate things. You can go right to Integrity and this is Patterns, Chapter 14, Part 1, and just open your book and follow along in the Integrity video for that. And then you've done that one for that part, and it's a little bit longer, so maybe another time this week you do the second part. Okay, but you do need to do that right off so that you know what it is that we're talking about. At the end of that, you'll complete the discussion board assignment. We always have a chapter reading, and that is in the discussion board as usual. So that is all up and ready to go, that assignment there. So you select one of the readings at the end and evaluate its argument, answering those questions. Make sure you follow the directions that I give you for that. All right, back to course instruction. And back to Unit 4. Okay. We're going to go ahead and get the patterns quiz out of the way. I will have it available though. It's not the deadline, I'll let be all the way up till the 27th, but while it's fresh, while you've been watching the videos, I recommend that you go ahead and get that done with. Then you're going to start your Essay 4 preparation with a worksheet and an outline assignment, and that is also, I also have a video in here, and there's two. Okay, one is like sitting in a full class, and that one's long, and you may not need that. I kind of boiled it down, just telling you and going through it. So there's a 13.5-minute video where I just show you the worksheet and outline, and I talk you through it, and that should be sufficient right there. The actual information, here we go. You've got your is here. They're templates, so I have something for you to to complete and fill in, so make sure you follow that, and the integrity video that I showed you will walk you through that. This is a folder, of course, that we have to the PowerPoints that go with the video lectures, but there is an additional handout, and that you got to go in the folder because there was just a couple of videos and the handout, so you probably want to check on that because all of that will be on the quiz. Okay, so that takes care of the integrity, the chapter 14, the discussion, and the quiz, and then the first part, the worksheet and outline, which again requires you to kind of get that template and watch the video. Not a very long one though, at all. Meanwhile, you should be finding your second support article, but you should do that kind of after you finish the worksheet and outline and figure out kind of where you're going and what your gap is. If you're able to use the article that you had from Essay 3, right, then you already have one. But if you looked at it and decided, oh, this one's not too good, I need a different one, then you need to look for 2 articles, okay, because you have to have at least 2. We're doing just a baby mini little research paper. But for it to even qualify, it has to have 2 sources. So look at those instructions, on Essay 4 and what it is that are always here. Let me pull that up. Using the research process, students will argue and support their own position and viewpoint on an approved controversy, which we kind of went through that for the last essay, right? So you picked one, and everybody was, you said this is what I was going to do, and then you use reliable research to support your position in an essay that argues in favor of your position. All right, you got to have at least 2. We're looking, I'd prefer database articles, but they have to be, reliable. So you can't use Wikipedia and other unreliable sources. And you can have more than two sources, but you have to have at least two. And we'll talk more about the documentation part. That's going to be the focus next week. But you can kind of go through there and see that we have a pre-writing worksheet and outline. I have a template for you to follow, and then we'll move on to the draft next week. Okay? So that is this week. There's lots to do. Looking ahead, you can see what has to be done, and we have so much to do this week because next week we really have to make sure you know how to properly MLA cite and document your sources. We've kind of touched on it. We've done a little bit, but we haven't really gotten to the full correct MLA citation. And this is really the only class that teaches you how to do that for all the research papers you have for all of your other classes that you'll take in college. And then you have your draft because you have to have it all cited. Then that third week is when you make the revisions and start wrapping up and have the final draft. We'll talk more about the final exam session. That's enough for today. So get busy on that. Don't wait to the last week. And remember, really the only flexible deadline here is the quiz. I prefer you get it out of the way, but I will keep it available till the unit ends on the 27th. Again, if you have any questions, make sure you read the details. This is just an overview. Read the detailed instructions that go with each assignment link. And then if something is still unclear, send me an email as early in the week as possible. Then I have the best chance of helping you get through this last and most complicated essay unit. And then we'll see you at the end when you'll come live in person on campus for the final exam.